Pour some sugar on me. Okay, we sound good. Alright, kids. It is time for the pickups video. And I want to get some shout outs out of the way here. I want to shout out Rob at the Bards of Gaming. He bought one of my repaired systems and he's having fun with it currently. And it kind of helped me get towards one of my Grail goals, which you will see here later on in the video. Also, another shout out to Sid Vintage Choice. I'll go ahead and put him in the description too. He's got a pretty good shop going on Encore. And he sold me a couple of the Super Nintendo games that I have. And that's pretty dope. As usual, another shout out to Hidden Block Games. I got a couple of things here. One of them being the Super Nintendo Grail. And one being a not so conventional pickup for the pickups videos that I'm used to doing. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started with the Switch because there's only 2 titles in here. And I don't know if you guys have seen, but GameStop is doing this 15 and 30 sale, and it's been going on for the past week now. So a good portion of these pickups are from there. I didn't spend a lick over 15 bucks for most, if not all of these. I think there's one game I spent more than 15 bucks on. So if it's still going, definitely check and see and have them print out a list of what's on sale. But we'll go ahead and go in with it with the Doinksoft collection. Now, I had Demon Throttle in like a special edition. I went ahead and sold it because I didn't play it that much. Not that it wasn't fun, I just didn't have time to play it. But it's cool that I have it back along with 2 other games that are just as good. But yeah, for 15 bucks I couldn't say no to that. Next is Cat Quest, the Furtastic trilogy. I had Cat Quest 3 and I was like, you know what? I played Cat Quest and Cat Quest 2 and I was like, you know what? It'd be nice to have this in all just in one nice little package that I can take on the go. And there we go, the whole trilogy. And I thought I said I was going to try to get this not on Switch, but then I had another, I had an epiphany, like, why don't I just take it on the go? So there we go. Alright, next there's going to be Xbox Series games / Xbox One. I got a few, about 4. Starting with Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. Now, the reason why I got this game, A, it was 15 bucks, but B, it was a 15-buck steelbook. So that right there makes it worth it to me, maybe not to everybody else. The one thing that sucks, and you got to watch out for, especially with new games, is that this one requires the internet to install it. So if for some reason the service is down, this game is useless. So just be aware if you're trying to collect physically for a system. Does it play, I believe, has a really good list to kind of show you things that will play without this nonsense. It's Ubisoft. It's to be expected. I mean, come on. If you know Ubisoft by now, it's just the same old song and dance with them. Next is God of Rock, which I believe is a rhythm game, which there isn't so many rhythm games for home consoles anymore. So I picked it up, 15 bucks. Easy as you like. It's nice to see vibrant colors in a newer game too. And, I'll give it a shot. Rhythm games aren't my forte, but I'll be willing to give it a shot. This one here, Asterigos. So I in this game to buy. I did not want to buy it full price, and lucky enough for me, I found it for 15 bucks at GameStop, as well as most of the other things I'm going to be showing here. But yeah, I did want to try this out, and for 15 bucks, I'll try it out, sure. Next, Xbox One game I did not get from GameStop, but it is the Shadow of the Tomb Raider Croft Steelbook Edition. This steelbook's pretty dope. Let me bring this out real quick. Yeah, see, check that out. That is sick. Nothing on the back, nothing on the spine, but that design right there is pretty dope. That's the reason why I got it. I did have the regular version, but I sold it because I got this instead. And this was a steal. I think I got it with a pile of other games that made this like $2 or $3. Alright. Next is going to be PS5. I want to say all of these games are from the GameStop $15 deal. Besides one, and I will show you that now. Shout out to Daniel. He has a nice channel where he makes custom rugs, like based on like popular IPs like Godzilla, Pokemon, so on and so forth. He sold me a couple of things from a limited run stuff, which I will show you in just a second. But yeah, he sold me a couple of things from limited run games, which I will show you here now. Since I only have one PS4 game, I'll just mix it in with the rest of them. But the first one here is Shadowrun Trilogy. And I do like Shadowrun. I do like that kind of cyberpunk RPG kind of gameplay. This is sealed, of course, but I'm probably going to pop this open to play it and tell you what I think about it. Next is going to be something I'm going to hate opening, but I'm going to do it. But it's Blaster Master 03. Now, he got this for me for a good price. It is for the PS4, not for the Switch. You'd see the little Switch icon up there if it were. But the ones without the icons are usually for PS4. But it's a great looking box. And there's some goodies inside. I'm not going to open it here. I might do a separate video where I open it. But I have 01 and 02 in their special edition. So it's nice to have a 03 in a special edition as well. I thought that was really rad. So shout out to Daniel for that. Giving me a good price on it. Alright, the rest of these are going to be the GameStop ones I got for PS5. Like I said, 15 bucks a pop. This one's Conscript, the Deluxe Edition. Never heard of this game before. It's a Team 17 game, so I mean I feel like they're hit and miss, but a lot of people do like them. And this looks like there's inventory management in it. Might be a survival game. Yeah, survive it intense, harrowing atmosphere, blah, blah, blah. Oh, during the First World War. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This is already sounding cool. Alright, so yeah, I'll give that a try probably later on, tell you what I think. Next is a steal, honestly. A Trails of Cold Steel, that is. Oh, look, it's 3 and 4 for 15 bucks. Cannot go wrong with that. I used to have 3. I had the original one on the Vita, and then I had 3 for the PS4. But so it's nice to have 3 and 4 all in one package. But it's a great game for that price. Or great 2 games. Next is Moonscars. Moonscars is a pretty decent game. I have played this before. It's nice to have it physically. It's a humble game. Now, some humble games are pretty good, honestly. Like, this one's one of them. And then there's another one I thought was pretty good as well. And the name is not coming to me right now. I'll probably put it in the video here if I can find it. But yeah, this is a very good game to get, especially for 15 bucks. Once again, 15 bucks. And then here's a collection of 3 games for 15 bucks. Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 remastered. And some old school Tomb Raider action. I don't know if it's still tank controls in this. I haven't booted it up yet, but I want to definitely try it. I want to see how new it feels compared to what it used to. This one here I've heard a lot about, especially from one of my friends who swears by it, but that's Neon White. And I heard this was an amazing game, and I got it for $15 physically out the door. That's honestly, Annapurna does not miss in my opinion. Like, I loved Stray. That was a great game. They did a couple games before which were really good in my opinion. So to see that they're just continuing like the awesomeness is great. And 15 bucks, I mean, it's a steal. Like, you're honestly, like, what's GameStop doing right now besides losing to you? Next is Revita, which I've heard some things about this game too, and I haven't tried it. I want to try it. I want to give it a go. This might be a little late on the backlog, but I've heard that this was nice. I heard people played it on the Switch and they got it for that, and they said it was pretty nice. But yeah, another game to try out. Next one here is going to be Ultros Deluxe Edition. This has its own sleeve. It's not a steelbook, but it comes with like little art cards, soundtrack, and I think a magnet, I want to say, which is pretty counterintuitive to most electronics, but hey, it's in the Deluxe Edition, 15 bucks. Not a bad deal. So this one, I believe, is the only game that wasn't $15. I want to say this was $30, but I haven't played one of these games in a while, and that's Test Drive Unlimited. This is the Solar Crown. And this does have a steelbook in the original case. It comes with extra stuff, the luxury cars, customization packs. There's a solar pass, which I have no idea what that is, and I don't even know if I'll use it. But this looks really nice. And honestly, the steelbook. Let me open this steelbook. Let me see if it looks like. It's very kind of basic, but I do like the gold. That's pretty sick, to be honest. Nacon, I think it's Nacon. They're the ones who produced the RoboCop game, and so a couple other games they produced that I liked too. But nice. It's nice to see that somebody took the Test Drive IP, especially made something nice out of it. That's really cool. Next is going to be a couple 360 games. One of them I've already shown on one of my last videos, but it is the BioShock 1 and 2 Ultimate Rapture Collection. This will save me a spot in the shelf, which I do need because I am heavily expanding my 360 collection to I guess expand to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shelves. So any bit of shelf space I can reclaim is great in my book. Next, we'll do Forza Horizon 2. Now, I don't know why this is so hard to get my hands on at a decent price, but I mean, I don't even think I'm going to play it here. Like, I have it on Xbox One. I would just play it on Xbox One with a better frame rate, but I did need it for the collection, and so I got it. So this will probably sit on my shelf. If I get a better artwork, I'm probably going to get a better cover art for it, but because this one's not too hot. But yeah, I did need it for the collection, so I went ahead and got it. Next is going to be 2 Genesis games. One is Sid of Valis, or Valis SD, Super Deformed in Japan. This is a basic game for Valis games. Like, there's no charging or anything like that. You actually hold the attack button to just do auto attacks. I'll have a gameplay video up sometime this week of it. It's cute. It's a cute little game. I almost beat it, but it is very basic, and I don't know, like, it's not, like, Super Valis 4 is still my favorite in my opinion, so it's kind of hard to beat that, and this kind of regresses a little bit. I have a feeling this came out before Super Valis 4 did, but, yeah, I needed to get it, and I have one more Valis game to get, and I'll have all of them. Next is going to be Outrun 2019. I got this game strictly based on nostalgia alone. It's not a great game. It's not any. I mean, it's better than Outrunners, but it's not as good as Outrun. It kind of fits like right there. And it's just, honestly, it's because I had it in elementary school and I played the shit out of it in elementary school, so I wanted to get it back. That's literally it. That's the only reason. Next is going to be Super Nintendo games. The first 2 games I got were from Sid Vintage, and this one here is a compilation of Tetris and Dr. Mario. I do love those compilation cartridges. I have a couple now in the collection, and this is kind of like they kind of gave it the Super Mario All-Stars treatment. It made it look a little bit better, of course, but yeah. So that means I don't need to have Tetris in my collection anymore, and I don't need to have Dr. Mario in my collection because I have a better version on the Super Nintendo. Next is going to be a game that I played a lot of as a kid, and it is going to be Fatal Fury 2. Now, I did get a custom cover of the anime here instead of the game, and I thought that was just baller. The guy who made the animation for that is it's a very unique style he has. And it's an old 90s style, obviously. It was made in the 90s. But yeah, I feel like the soundtrack and the gameplay is better on the Genesis version. And it kind of shows in the price. The Genesis version is more expensive. But I never had it on the Super Nintendo, and I kind of wanted to. So it's good that I have that. Next, I showed beforehand as an alternative to Aero Fighters, and that is Strike Gunner STG. It is a vertical scrolling shooter where you can pick whatever like sub-weapon you want, and you can use it a lot. Like, you get recharges on it all the time, and it's pretty fun. It's a fun game. And yeah, if you can't afford the $1,200 to $1,300 that Aero Fighters asking for, this is a very good alternative. Very good alternative. All right. Lastly, and this is the grail I was looking for. This is the grail I got from Hidden Block. And that is Mega Man X3. And I tried my damnedest not to spend any money out of pocket for this game. And I succeeded. I did spend money there. But it was for other things. And I'll show you in a second. But yeah. Very glad to have this game in the collection. I need Mega Man X2, and I'll have all three of them, because the first Mega Man X was easy to get. So it is what it is. But yeah, this one was kind of a more expensive one. I want to say this is not as expensive as Earthbound, but more expensive than Chrono Trigger. It kind of puts it right there when it comes to cost. But yeah, great to have it for the collection. Now I don't have to worry about getting it. And then that is it for the Super Nintendo games. Now there's two more things I want to show. And one of them is a record. And it is Castlevania Rondo of Blood soundtrack. And I got this from Hidden Block as well. I am stoked I got this. Richter is my favorite character in Castlevania history. Rondo of Blood is my favorite game in Castlevania history. Like, just right above Symphony of the Night. But Symphony of the Night's goated no matter what. But I was so glad to get my hands on this. And the artwork looks great. I don't know if I'm going to open it, to be honest, because I don't think I should. But, I mean, it's on the wall right now, right underneath my King of Fighters 98 record. And, yeah. Hell yeah. Like, I'm glad to have this. Next is something I was really stoked about. It was a week in the making of this deal that I got on Facebook Marketplace. This only cost me $80, right? And it is a custom Game Boy Advance IPS screen, charger with USB-C charging, and now one of the shoulder buttons needs some work. I'm probably going to resolder on another shoulder button. It's the right button here, the R button. But for $80, oh yeah, and like you can kind of control the brightness on the screen here. See how it's dark now, and then you can kind of, there we go, boom. Oh, I'm so stoked I had this, dude. Like, you don't even know. Like, I've wanted one of these for a while now. I just did not want to dish out the $300 people are asking for it. I think I saw one for $250 as well. But $80 is a steal for this and having the rechargeable battery pack on top of that. Could not be happier with this purchase. I could have easily just like flipped this, like repaired the button, flip it. No, it's going in the collection right next to the Vita, right next to the 3DS, right next to my GBA SPs and my Game & Watches. Like, this is definitely going to stay in the collection. And what better game to christen the experience with than Metroid Zero Mission, right? But yeah, that's it for this week's pickups. And I'm going to be at the Geek and Game Expo next week, probably for Saturday, and see what I can get there. But until then, I hope to see you there, and you guys have a good rest of your week.